Okay, so let's get going again. What I might do for the next stage, we might leave that awning roof there at the moment in its unfinished situation. We might drop down the layer selector and select the post layer I was going to. Now I don't seem to have a post layer. If you have, that's great, but if you're missing the post layer like I am, let's go back and create another layer. So to do that we use the layer manager button beside the drop down selector, click the plus add layer sign, and we'll call this post, and while I'm in there I'll change the radio button to the left, click the little so that the solid dot is on post. That means that will be our current active layer. I can then close the layer dialog box there, and post is my current active layer. Now to create a post, I'll start with the first one. Let's just do everything from the origin level to start with. So I'll select the rectangle tool, come down to the intersection of the origin, that is the construction lines on that near the origin, but out from there, out near the edge of the veranda, and with the rectangle tool, oops, now this is not doing the right orientation for me. Okay, can't quite get this. Okay, I'll get it to, it seems to want to orientate to a different face for me. Now if I do orbit to a different direction, I can get it happening like this. If you do orbit, the floor underneath is what's throwing me out a little bit. So just to make sure you guys can get this done very easily, we'll escape out of that command, and this is the beauty of using layers. If things are getting in the road at the moment, what we can do is we can go up to the layer manager box again, and we can uncheck the floor layer. It's the layer that's getting in our road at the moment, so if you uncheck visible next to the floor layer, the floor disappears for now, which is fine. So we'll close the layer dialog box, go back to our rectangle tool, make sure you're in the post as the current layer, and I want to create a floor plan view of the post that looks like that. So just drag out, and once again you can either do this as you're dragging, but I like to just drag and drop somewhere out there and then type the dimensions. Now in this case, because we need two dimensions, one for each direction, we'll type 100, 100, and then press enter. So that's created that rectangle that is 100 millimeters in one direction by 100 millimeters in the other direction. We can then push-pull that post, use the push-pull tool to push-pull that post upwards, let it go, and then get the second chance of typing the real dimension, which is 2400, and press enter. Now that should take it up till it just nicely touches the top surface of the roof. Oh, I'm sorry, yes that's right, remember we had 150 millimeters shorter than that, so I'll undo, and I'll actually type up here do the push-pull again, push-pull upwards, let it go, and it's actually going to be 150 millimeters less than 2400, which takes us back to 2250. So if I now type 2250 and press enter, that should now take us up, so the top of the post should just touch the underside of the roof there. Let's see how we can select that post and show you what happens now when I click from the right and come back to the left. A couple of things are happening initially. Firstly, if you notice, if I go to the right, go towards the right from my initial select, I'm holding down the mouse button by the way here, you'll see I've got a solid outline, and while you've got a solid outline, that means it's a totally enclosed window. If I go to the left, you'll see I'm getting a dotted line for my window outline. Now whenever you see that dotted line, you're actually getting a crossing window, and if I let that go, and you see what's been selected now is it's not only everything that's totally enclosed in that window, it's anything that crossed that window. So these lines and faces which weren't totally enclosed in the window but did go into that window and cross that window, they got selected as well. So I've actually picked up the whole post. Now in this particular case I didn't really want to do that because some things might be confusing. So I'll get you guys to deselect everything you've done at the moment just so you can try it again. It's good practice. Then we'll come out to the left and put a window in that direction, and that will only pick up items that were totally enclosed in the window. And I'll go and pick my move tool, but as I've got the move tool, I want to change it to be the copy tool. So what I do is I press and release the control key, and it's now the copy tool. And I'm going to copy that post from this midpoint of the post. So you zoom in, don't be frightened to zoom in quite a lot, and hover somewhere around where you think the middle of that post is, and select the midpoint of that post and copy that over. You might have to pan across now, zoom out and pan across, and copy the midpoint of that post out to here. Hover and wait till you get the intersection command and then click. So you've now copied the base of that post from where it was over here to the midpoint will now be the intersection of those grid lines. My method behind doing that, my logic behind doing that, is that I do want the builder's grid lines, set out lines if you like, to indicate the outside edges of the building. However, in items like this, towards the inside where we've got spaced items, I would like the center of those space items to be on the grid line. So while I've got that there, then I'll grab my push-pull tool, and I'll push-pull that base of that post up and let it go, and then get my second chance to type 2400. So I've now got another post sitting out here, which is going to enable me to, at this stage, grab my push-pull tool for the roof that we constructed before and push-pull that back edge of the roof until it lines up with this edge of the post. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Sorry, I've got to undo a couple of steps behind. Remember, it wasn't 2400 I wanted that post to go up to. I wanted that post to go to 2250. So we grab the push-pull again, let it go, and go 2250. So that was just a good demonstration of how, when you do get a bit mucked up and go a bit ahead of yourself, this undo tool up here is very valuable to you. Okay, I've undone that to 2250. I'll go grab my push-pull tool again, and I'll push-pull this surface here out. Now, I can push-pull that surface and grab my tool until it rests on this edge here, and it will bring that edge of the roof until it lines up with that edge of the post, and then let it go. So I've then got that veranda awning going from post to post. Now I might leave this one here just going in line with that post at the moment, because I've got something else planned for the middle bay in here at the moment. But on the edge of the building, in keeping with what we've done in other places for these awning roofs where we've overhang an extra 150, I might do the same thing here. I might grab this roof, pull it out in this direction, and then type 150 after I leave it go. So I'll get a 150mm overhang to that awning roof. Now I'll orbit in underneath because I'd like to grab my eraser and clean up these little bits as we go. Everything else under that roof looks nice and clean and tidy.